Coming up, innovative new products made from soy, like eco-friendly roadway asphalt.
You're going to need some sort of oil to make these roads stick together. And this is a renewable way, a renewable product, instead of having to drill for it.
A new and safer firefighting foam.
We have a biodegradable solution for you that is replacing these horrible chemicals in the environment.
And meet the college students who won a top prize for inventing a soy-based, environmentally friendly baby wipe.
So basically the entire product from the start to finish, that we have soybean incorporated in it.
It's all next on America's Heartland.
America's Heartland is made possible by
You can see it in the eyes of every woman and man in America's heartland, living close to the land. There's a love for the country and a pride in the brand. In America's heartland, living close to the land.
Firefighters risk their lives every day for the rest of us. But some of the materials they use to fight fires may pose health risks for these first responders. Let's travel to Wisconsin to see how, thanks to efforts by scientists and the U.S. soybean industry, they're developing a new and safer firefighting foam.
What do farmers and firefighters have in common? They both make up a small percentage of our population, but play a crucial role in our communities. Now, they're helping each other with a very important and widely used crop, soybeans. Here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, members of the United Soybean Board have gathered at the Fire Safety Center at Chippewa Valley Technical College to check out a new soy product in action called soy foam.
It's a new firefighting foam that is bio-based from soybean meal. Everything in a house now, when it catches on fire, it puts off a nasty toxic fumes. We can contain those fumes, and we don't have to worry about coming in contact with a potential health issue. This foam is one less thing that we have to worry about. It's a product that contains no PFAS.
The idea started when chemist Dave Garley lost a firefighter friend to cancer. Firefighters are exposed to carcinogens, not just from smoke, but also from firefighting foams that contain PFAS, long-lasting chemicals known to be harmful to our health. Dave is now Chief Technology Officer of Crossplane Solutions, the company responsible for developing soy foam. Dave and his team had a few things to consider while creating the product.
Can we put something together that apparently needs to foam when inducted with water? The other thing was understanding what the application requires is to make a firefighting foam. It goes on a shelf, and when it's on the shelf, it has to have essentially an indefinite shelf life because we don't have fires every day. That was the hardest code to crack, but we cracked the code. So once I knew we cracked that code, then it was basically, we need some money to really get this tested, and we came across the United Soybean Board, and the rest is history.
The United Soybean Board is the nonprofit that manages the U.S. Soybean Checkoff Program. Checkoff programs require farmers to pay a portion of the revenue from their harvest to a national fund to promote and research agricultural commodities. With the help of checkoffs, innovative products like soy foam can get the funding they need.
So fortunately, in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, where I reside, we have this beautiful facility called Chippewa Valley Technical College Fire Safety Center. And it's really designed to do exactly what we need. And so we give it to the professionals, the firemen. They run it through a battery of tests, and through that partnership, they give us the feedback. And that iterative process has really allowed us to develop and deliver the first commercially available firefighting foam with an indefinite shelf life.
I see a product that works. I see a product that I helped raise. It's good for America's farmers' bottom line because it's a new use, and it was like a win-win.
Many of volunteer firefighters across the United States are also farmers. And what more convenience could you have by putting those two together and coming up with the science?
What I'm hearing is a lot of excitement. One thing that really resonated with me was when we were having dinner last night, was a firefighter actually thanking everyone, because now they're realizing people actually care.
Sustainability is number one for us. When you hear that there's a chemical that's getting into the soil, into the water, polluting the ground, getting into fish and wildlife, we're concerned about that. We have a biodegradable solution for you that is replacing these horrible chemicals in the environment.
Because of soy foam has a green screen certification at the gold level. Being green screen certified means that the product has been thoroughly evaluated and considered free of PFAS and other toxic chemicals. Soy foam is the only firefighting foam to date to achieve a gold certification.
What right now can't soybean do? You talk about turf, you talk about food products, you talk about protein, you talk about fire suppression. This is exciting being a farmer growing this product, because right now the sky's the limit.
Soybeans already play a huge part in our lives, from skin and health products to lubricating oil to even the materials in some of our car seats. But did you know it's also showing up on some of our roads? Let's travel to a huge Iowa farm show to learn more.
Every day, millions of people drive, walk, and bicycle millions of miles on America's highways and byways. Virtually all of them travel on asphalt made with petroleum-based products. But that may be about to change, and in a big way. And it's starting at places like the Farm Progress Show in Boone, Iowa. Inside this 42,000 square foot tent are over 100 ag exhibitors showing off their products and services. And the thousands of people wandering through here are walking on asphalt made partly from soybean oil.
I mean, man, if that doesn't say sustainable, I don't know what does.
Rob Ewald is an Iowa soybean farmer and member of both the United Soybean Board and the Iowa Soybean Association. Through the USB's National Checkoff program, these organizations partnered with Iowa State University to develop soy asphalt. The shared goal, a more sustainable, environmentally friendly alternative to traditional roadways made entirely with petroleum products.
I mean, that should be, wow, we can grow oil, harvest it, process it, and have a great product like what we see here at the show and what we're seeing on roads throughout the country.
The concept of soy-based asphalt has already been around for more than a decade, but it's steadily evolved and improved thanks to ongoing research and testing at other places around the Ag Expo and elsewhere, like this roadway in Alabama. The soy component is made from soybeans high in something called high oleic oil. That oil helps create a kind of rubber product that acts as a binder to help stabilize the asphalt as it's mixed with traditional petroleum ingredients.
It's safer for handling and production, and it's got longer storage time and stability, and it's turnkey into the current operations. So it really just makes a lot of sense.
Early research also suggests the soy asphalt lasts longer than traditional asphalt. And, says Grant Kimberly of the Iowa Soybean Association, it's more eco-friendly.
A lot of the asphalt roadways across America are going to be needing to be repaved. There's going to be new roads, and this material is just perfect for that kind of thing, because a lot of the government entities are looking at ways to reduce the carbon emissions and improve the shelf life of these materials, and also ultimately make it better for the environment.
With these soybean oil products, they're about 10 times more effective than those petroleum-based products in making those really brittle, heavily processed asphalts back into usable paving materials. So, that's just the U.S. market, and there are other international markets where, they're facing the same challenges. A lot of them are big importers of soy and soybean oil.
We can go electric with our vehicles, we can go wind with our houses, we can what have you, but you're going to need some sort of oil to make these roads stick together. And this is a renewable way, a renewable product, instead of having to drill for it.
And renewable isn't just a hopeful word for our planet. It represents opportunity for America's soybean growers. It took more than 285 bushels of soybeans just to make the asphalt inside this tent. Multiply that by thousands of miles of new and repaved roadways.
We think about how many bushels of soybeans that can utilize and what that means to farmers' bottom lines, the opportunity to grow soybeans at a better price ultimately, where they can make a good living for their families and then provide a service and a product that's good for America and the consumers of America.
I think that the potential is somewhere in the neighborhood of approaching about 1 million tons of soybean oil per month.
Much of this research and innovation has come about thanks to soybean farmers themselves. By investing farmer dollars through the checkoff program, they're also investing in new soy products and new and expanded markets for their crops. There's already more than 1 million acres of high oleic soybeans planted across the U.S., designed for use in products like soy asphalt.
I can't state enough how the farmers paid for this type of investment so that all can benefit. I think that's an important fact that the consumer needs to understand.
Continued investment in industrial uses for soy is just so critical. There is so much value in the chemistry of vegetable fat molecules that soy just produces so well, and we have so much infrastructure in place to produce it at scale. I really think there's a lot more potential for what we can get out of soy as a building block for a lot of the materials that we use and take for granted every day.
Better product, longer lasting, lower cost. Bottom line, say these soybean folks, it's another example of the many ways they're working to improve the environment and showing consumers their commitment to making the best and safest products, whether it's food, feed, or oil.
I think the more they understand all these extra things that are in their everyday life as they walk upon their house, they will have a greater appreciation for agriculture and production ag in the United States.
When it comes to new soy products, the sky's the limit, starting with the roofs over our heads. Let's head to Ohio to visit one of the nation's top research labs for new soy-based products.
Inside this busy research lab, you'll find half a dozen employees running experiments and testing out new products, like this alternative to a blue tarp that you could spray on a roof after a hurricane.
You also need it to cure and set up fast because the storm might be coming or it might be raining.
Everyone working here at Arable Research Lab has the same goal: to develop new products using soybeans. Often, the new products are a more sustainable alternative to products that are made from petroleum or plastic. Take those blue tarps, for example.
After a hurricane or a disaster, the contractors come in and replace or cover the roofs with blue tarps. And they don't last, they blow around, they tear, they're noisy. They're also putting nails on the roof to hold the tarp down. And sometimes it creates more damage to the roof than necessarily. So we're looking at soy-based solutions or coatings to replace the blue tarps in these hurricane situations that will last better, use less material, they'll be soy-based or environmentally friendly, and also won't damage the roof.
Arable Research Lab is located on the campus of Ohio Wesleyan University. Barry McGraw started the lab after working for one of the world's largest research and development companies. Now he works for the soybean farmers who help fund this lab.
I really like working for farmers. I really like their relationships, and that kind of wakes me up in the morning to be able to maybe create products that help their business, to diversify their market.
Basically, we're trying to solve a problem, right, that you said somebody brought to you and had wants your expertise. And as a soybean farmer, I'm happy with that because you're using a soybean-based product.
Steve Reinhardt is a soybean farmer who sees a bright future in soy-based products. He's also the past chair of the United Soybean Board.
I think that everything we're working on is really fascinating now, and we're continue every day to find new developments.
90% of the lab's funding comes from soybean farmers like Steve and others who pay into what's called the checkoff program. The goal of the program is to expand markets and uses for soybeans. As a result, the lab is focused on one and only one raw material, soy.
So one of the things that we like about soybeans is it's a sustainably produced crop here in the United States. It's something that we can renew and we can grow every year. We're not using deforested land, to do that. So that all plays into the sustainability story.
100% of the time we're working on soy. And so commercial and industrial companies come to us looking to typically replace petroleum. And so they come to us, give us technical targets. We get in the lab quickly, determine if we can develop their product, and then ship them samples, and they evaluate it for their applications.
Because the lab is fully funded, all of that research and development work is completely free for companies. The unique approach has led to some new products that are commercially available today. Among them, Roof Max, a soy-based product that's sprayed on roofs to extend the life of the roof. The lab also helped develop DeWalt Bar and Chain, a biodegradable oil for saws, as well as a soy-based leather conditioner. And the possibilities are endless as customers are seeking out more natural products to replace petroleum.
The demand for sustainable products, when I first started in this area, and I've been working in soy-based chemistries for 25 years, consumers weren't willing to pay. I mean, maybe they could pay 5% more over the market, but now they're paying it and now they're demanding it. So people are thinking more of that, and they're not just thinking about it and wanting it, but they're willing to pay for it.
Barry says soybeans are an incredibly versatile plant that makes it a strong candidate for replacing petroleum oil. Companies come to him looking for soy-based replacements for everything from skin products to food coatings to waxes.
Consumers are demanding it. We're getting better at the chemistry, and companies are more interested. And so it's going to grow, and it's going to keep growing, and I think soy is going to play a big part in that, and we just started.
Building a better baby wipe? That's what these college students are doing. And you guessed it, one of the main ingredients is made from soybeans.
There's a good chance you've heard of soy candles and soy crayons. They've been on the market for decades. But what may surprise you, they got their start here at Purdue University as part of a student competition that's been going on for more than 30 years. It's called the Student Soybean Innovation Competition. And the winners not only come away with a cash prize, but often a viable product they can patent and potentially take to market.
How they come up with it, I have no idea, but it's impressive to me to see the young minds at work, to see how they develop those products, to be able to produce that in a way that they can use that as a marketable business opportunity.
Kevin Cox is a soybean farmer and past chairman of the Indiana Soybean Alliance. The Alliance partners with Purdue to support the student competition. That's because for farmers like Kevin, every new soy-based product opens up new opportunities to enhance the value of their product.
So as a producer, anytime we can come up with something that uses more of our soybeans, especially for me as an Indiana producer, I want to do all that I can to make sure that I'm producing a crop in a way that it's going to be here for future generations.
Back at Purdue University, students who enter the competition must first overcome a tough hurdle, finding a new idea.
We realize that coming up with a totally novel and new idea is hard. There will be many failures.
Professor Nate Mosier remembers a team in 2011 that pitched more than 130 ideas. They landed on a soy-based denture cream called Denture-All. It went on to win top prize that year.
We are very intentional that we recruit students at Purdue University from any background, any major. A common comment I hear from students is, I've never seen a soybean in my life, but I really don't know anything about them, what they can be used for, or anything. And so we connect the students not only with experts on the faculty here at Purdue, but with companies like Cargill and ADM that process soybeans and make the soybeans into a wide variety of useful products.
Students in the competition receive this soy sample kit. filled with lab equipment, raw soy material like soy protein, flour, and wax.
So they're using the real products that are available to manufacturers today to make the products that are made from soybeans.
Did it take a lot of different combinations for you to figure out?
So we actually used both of these kind of blend with different ratio. We tested both of them out.
Kyle Hahn is a biological engineering student at Purdue. For the 2024 competition, he paired up with business student Ben Gottlieb.
We knew from day one that we were going to go out and try and win.
Kyle and Ben came up with an idea for soy-based baby wipes. Traditional baby wipes contain plastic and were soon to be banned in the United Kingdom.
And that's how I thought maybe soybean can help, and then I put my head into it, and then how we work on it, and we created soy silk.
I remember the first day we were in there, just with some of our raw materials, just by hand stacking them together, and it gave me just a different perspective on how products really come to market.
They called their baby wipe soy silk. It uses soy fiber for the base sheet, and the moisturizing agents are soy-based as well.
So basically the entire product from the start to finish, we have soybean incorporated in it.
So this is our really first prototype that's handmade here. It's made out of the soy fiber, and then we have different wetting agents on it to make it clean. And I remember the first time Kyle sent me the video of the working prototype, and being able to see it outcompete the best sustainable baby wipe on the market was shocking.
The best products, and usually the ones that win, not only work well, they outperform the competition. So they're renewable, they're biodegradable in many cases, but they work as well or better than their competitors on the market.
Over $100 million of damage every year to plumbing systems comes from baby wipes and the plastic polymers that aren't able to break down, causing blockages in sewage, which is why in the UK there were proposed laws to ban them.
Ben and Kyle see soy silk as a way to fill that void in the market. But first, the competition.
We were able to showcase our product, which was super rewarding to see people impressed with what we came up with.
We performed better than other baby wipes on the market.
We were not sure if we were going to win. We were kind of stressing out a little bit.
When they announced third place, okay, that's not my name. Second place, that's not my name. And we're okay, maybe we're not winning this year. And then when they announced first place is soy silk, I remember me and Ben, we just looked at each other. We're is that true?
For the grand prize of Team Soy Silk.
It was true. They won first place and a $20,000 grand prize. But their journey isn't over. Like winners before them, they hope to see their product someday be realized.
We work hard to make sure technologies that can be patented are. It's very difficult to launch a new product. The success stories have been ones where things have been developed to a point where a company was interested enough of taking that next step, that next leap, to take the product to market.
My goal is to hopefully partner or license this technology to a bigger company that has more of the backing to put this in stores and get it out to market.
And every year, soybean farmers like Kevin look forward to seeing what creative new ideas students come up with.
So as a soybean producer, big deal. What do I care? Once it goes on the truck, it goes to the elevator. But to be able to see new products being able to be developed each year, it's exciting for me as a producer to be able to know that I've got a hand in some of that.
America's Heartland is made possible by